What's up, guys? I'm Cashmere.
And I'm Speckles.
And today we're going to be looking at some of the worst Beanie Babies of all time.
Yep, and 10 of them that actually made a fortune. So let's get started.
So, as you probably know, Ty has made lots of Beanie Babies during the 90s toy craze.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they made a few duds along the way. So we're going to be looking at some of them today because there are a lot of things people are willing to pay big dollars for, and some Beanie Babies are just that.
Yeah. So let's just go, because just in case you're new to our YouTube channel, you don't know what Beanie Babies are. So Beanie Babies are a popular stuffed animal toy filled with tiny little beads. Modeled after specific animals, the Beanie Babies were often made to represent certain cultures, events, or even iconic people in the world.
Yep. So nowadays, lots of these beanies are just collected and sold for lots of money. So yeah. So even though the Beanie Babies are really popular, they haven't gone without a few mistakes.
So here's the first one.
All right. Okay then, so let's just start this video off with a Beanie Baby named Luau the pig. So, yeah. So you can just look at this adorable little pig. One wouldn't think too much about it though, but it's just like a simple design of a pig, you know? However, things do get more and more complex when you take the time to look at the name of the pig. Yeah, the Beanie Baby was named after the classic Hawaiian feast that has a pig roasted over a fire pit. The pig in the feast was cooked as is, with no real preparation, and the final product keeping the animal's face and everything. It's a disturbing image to have when you're a kid trying to bond with your stuffed animal. The last thing a child should be thinking about this eventual demise of the pet. The last thing, let me say that again, because you know what? I didn't say it very right. This is the first time. Okay, the last thing a child should be thinking about is the eventual demise of this pet in a fire pit. There you go.
Let's look at the next one.
Here you go. Yeah, so it's not unheard of a popular restaurant to just want to have younger customers try and get some exclusive toys. So the Beanie Babies you just saw are named Biscuit and Gravy. I mean, like, not only were the two dogs named after food, which is a huge and disturbing mistake, but dogs by their nature should be not associated with restaurants, as it could give off the wrong idea. Like, not the best idea for a popular food franchise. Am I right? Let's just look at the next one. You know what? Yeah, let's just look at the next one. Okay, the one that started it all.
Yep, you just heard me correct. That Beanie Baby just started a movement.
For years, the Beanie Baby has been amassed by a large following. Yeah. If you're lucky enough to have one of those Beanie Babies lying around in your presence, you can sell it for over $24,000. Yes, 24,000. Let's move on. Okay, you'd honestly have to be a fool to want this one. Honestly, we're sorry, no offense, but yeah. And yes, our joke was true. So, that's right. There was a Beanie Baby dedicated to the holiday about pulling pranks and jokes on people. Really? April Fools. On his chest. On his chest? Here, let me show you again. See? On its chest, the words April Fool, but they were printed upside down. Yeah, you think they play it off on like a prank or something, but you might think it's just a prank or something, but not in this case. It's actually, the Ty actually came forward and admitted it, that this was a production error. So yeah, it was ruining what was supposed to be special. One-of-a-kind collector's item for serious Beanie Baby collectors all around the world. Let's move on. Yes, the price tag is dinky as well.
Yes, this next Beanie Baby is just so terrifying. Ah!
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah, you see, while bears are the most notorious animal used in the Beanie Baby line, there are just other animals as well that have become popular, and this includes birds too. From beautiful parrots to red robins, there have been a multitude of adorable Beanie Baby birds that fans have been collecting for years. And just so you guys know, its name is Dinky
the dodo bird. Dinky the dodo bird. Now that's a dodo name. That's just terrible. It's a terrible name, and the product itself is just so bad. It's like a resemblance to the Big Bird of Sesame Street. Y'all know who that is? Big Bird, along with its disastrous color. It looks like it's been washed. It looks like it's been washed with a blue towel and left out in the sun for a whole hour to dry. Okay, here's the next one. Now, I have to say, this one is pretty cute, especially its little peace sign. Yeah, just so you know, this Beanie Baby, it was dedicated to peace on Earth. But yeah, it was not cheap at all. Peace the bear is a brightly colored bear that was made in the 90s. The beautiful color almost brings like a spring quality to the collector. And guess what? You could sell this thing up to $5,000 on the internet. $5,000. Can you imagine that? $5,000 for a small toy you can get as a child from Toys R Us. It's like so wow. It's just so amazing. It's like, it always amazes me to see how many people like to shell out items. Who knew the notion of peace on Earth could be so profitable? Let's just move on. And this is barely worth it. Get it? Barely worth it because it's a bear. Yeah. I mean, like, imagine it. Having your life getting dedicated to making all these small toys for kids all around the world and not even getting paid for it, only to have the rich shove their wealth in your face? That's messed up. And just so you guys know, that guy is Billionaire the Bear. Yeah. They're making others, like they're making the CEO a billionaire, but making themselves minimum wage, which is very terrible. Oh my gosh, that's so not fair. It should be switched around. They should be making like this. They should be making like the buyers wealth, like not many people. They don't have much money, but they should be billionaires. That's not really fair. Let's just move on. Okay, this owl is not a hoot. Yeah, but don't get us wrong. Graduation's a special time of year and a huge milestone for other people because it's something to be proud of. But Ty instead trivialized it for a number of years. You see, in 2001, Ty released Smart the Owl. That's who you just saw. And to celebrate the graduating class. However, Smarter the Owl was released in 2002, claiming to show that the class was somehow smarter than the previous class. And then Smartest the Owl was released in 2003. Yeah. What kind of message does that send you? Ugh. Okay, this one's very valuable. Get it? You know what? Enough with the jokes. Yeah, that little white bear might be, it might not be like the most complex bear, but it's got one heck of a price tag. You can sell it for $19,000. I mean, like, what says I love you more than nearly $20,000? Okay, I know I promised there would be no more jokes, but they shouldn't have reined this one in. Okay, Ty decided to make a special Beanie Baby dedicated to the horse that won the Kentucky Derby. I mean, like, but this could have been fine, except that the poor horse that won the competition was in for a horrific end. It broke its leg 2 weeks later, and it was forced to be put to sleep soon. Why would the company want to have a constant reminder of the little horse's loss? I mean, like, ew. You know what? Never mind. Let's just keep going. And you guys, I don't know if you know this, but we do have this one. The embarrassing kickoff. So, you know, this one is just a real doozy. It begs the question, like, really? Who's outside? Who is calling me a doozy? Poopsie. I heard someone call me a doozy and I had to rush here. Okay, but I'll call 911 on you. Whatever. But yeah, it was copied by Winnie the Pooh. But Poopsie, the only difference is she's just wearing a red scarf instead of a red shirt. Yeah, why would Ty want to focus on the Pooh part of Disney name instead of Winnie? For that matter, why focus on the boldly function at all your products' name? Okay, this one is honestly weird, but it is worth a fortune. We have no idea who that one is, but it can be sold online for $5,000. OMG. Yeah. Let's just move on. Next up, possibly a mistake. Get it? Possibly because of your paws. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the year of the horrendous and painful Hurricane Katrina and the impact on the local communities from the storm were a major source of news back then. So many people lost their homes, their possessions, and worse, people they loved and cared for. So, after the tragedy, the Thai company released 2 special Beanie babies. Oh, Speckles, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. And we don't know who they are, just so you guys know. But, yeah. You know what? I forgot what I was about to say. Let's just move on.
Okay, this one is barbaric in design.
Yeah, another quite offensive one here. Pinata the bear is a Beanie Baby named after a traditional birthday celebration. Often linked with the Mexican tradition, pinatas are filled with treats of some kind, mostly candy, and are raised up into the air on a rope for children and grown-ups alike, trying to break open. People are blindfolded, given a stick, and must try to connect with the pinata, swinging 3 times to try and break open the cardboard pinata and get at those treats inside. But yeah, not only is it so disturbing to see a bear named after a party tradition involving breaking down a stuffed cardboard animal, watching its insides spill out on the ground. The insides are candy. But yeah, the bear itself is decorated with the flag of Mexico, which feels like the company is saying that a piñata is the best representation of the Mexican culture that they can even think of, which is so not true. Next up.
Okay, these are also fortune, so if you get these, you better hop on over to the bank. Get it? Hop on over, because these bunnies, they hop. Okay.
Okay, it's a cycle that goes round and round, round and round, round and round, round and round. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, but Ty decided to produce the Hippity hoppity rabbits, which can all be sold online for $5,000 a piece. And just so you know, there were 7 of them in the picture, so that's $35,000 all together. That's a lot of money. So, oh well. Last one for this video, and we'll see you guys in part 2. So let's go on.
So many of you guys know this one as Princess Diana, but this was an unbearable loss.
Yeah, the tragic loss of Princess Diana was something the entire world was mourning over. She was beloved by all, and her horrific circumstances surrounding her passing will have been the thing people talk about when most referencing her. It was a very sad day for the world. But Ty wasted no time coming up with a new Beanie Baby called Princess the Bear. It was meant to commemorate the late princess, and yet feels like more of an attempt to create a collector's edition item, profiting loss of a global icon. Now, the hard part about the item is that it's one of the rarest and most expensive collector's items in the world, with a price tag of over $70,000. It's technically, I think it's like estimated $75,000 just for this one little Beanie Baby. It nearly ended up in the best column because of its price tag, and yet due to the tragic circumstances, it ended up on the worst list. So just for that, this is the end of this video. But we'll see you in part 2 because we said we are really going to have 30 Beanie Babies to look at, and this is not the end. Bye. Bye. We'll see you in part 2.